Hello and welcome to this first in the Masterclass series. Today we'll be looking at hero landings, how to land your aircraft when damaged. First scenario here is with a black wing and some other various damage in the P40. As you can see, I got my flaps and wheels out already and keeping my speed up. Keeping the speed up is important so that you don't lose lift. At least not until your wheels touch the ground. Here we are coming in pretty fast, around 350. Slowing down a little, we don't want to touch down any faster than 300. It's a bit difficult to keep under control here, so you see I compensate a lot with the ailerons using the keyboard. Ooh. And wheels on ground, time to start braking. That's pretty much it. Now much the same scenario with the F6F Hellcat. Now this is a naval aircraft, so it takes a bit more punishment. Also a lot more stable, and the stall speed of it is pretty low, so you don't need to keep that high a speed. So I'm aiming here for around 250, slightly below maybe, when going for the touchdown. As you can see, I'm compensating quite a lot with the ailerons, using the keyboard to keep it level. Coming in nice and straight.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
This one really flies well. The Hellcat is such a stable aircraft, so it's really no problem if you got some damage on it, unlike a few others which we'll be seeing in the next clip. And there we are on the ground. And braking hard. Now pumping the brakes so as to not nose over. It was pretty close there a second. You see when it comes to almost a complete stop, it starts to nose over again. There you go. Just release the brakes and it'll go back to its tail. Here we got the Focke-Wulf 190A5. Highly unstable aircraft, especially as you get it damaged a little bit. Like I did here with the black wing. Important thing here is to keep it really fast at all times so as to not lose lift. As you can see, I am struggling to keep it on a even keel. Compensating quite a lot with ailerons. And coming in for the landing. Oh. Yeah. About 270 kilometers an hour when touching down. Just get the tail on the ground. There we go. That's a happy landing, if there ever was one. Now the next clip you'll see, it might look easy, but trust me it isn't. It's Yak 9K with very limited tail control, which is to say I can only control it a little bit upwards. And there's also some other damage to the wing and the tail in general. But luckily the Yak 9K is pretty stable. It doesn't tend to nose up when the tail is damaged like some other aircraft do. So as long as you keep the speed up, it's perfectly controllable. And here we go. Yeah. If on the shorter runway, you can use your cannons and MGs to use the recoil effect to brake further. But on these long runways, there's no point really. And here you got a nightmare scenario, a Spitfire with absolutely no tail control. As you can see, I got my flaps out and my wheels out really early because I need to get it stable way before I get to low altitude. The trick here is to manage the throttle and the airspeed really carefully because you do not want to stall out when you get down close to the ground. Just wing over using the keys to control the ailerons and thus keep it more or less steady, not climbing and not diving too much either. But of course you want it to go somewhat down because you want to land on that airfield. The difficult part there really is to get it stable enough so that you can actually approach the airfield in such a manner. It works barely with the Spitfire. There are some other aircraft which are really unmanageable with such kind of damage. Getting close. You see, just swinging over from side to side to keep more or less even altitude, descending slowly. Now you see cutting power. Nose up as it does. More power. And come down again. Cutting power. And even it out. And a slight bounce, but that's okay. There we go, wheels on ground, safe landing. And that's it for this first episode of Masterclass. Thank you for watching and hope to see you again.